Okay, here we go again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports for the third time tonight. Now, we were in Reading, then we went to New York. Now we're in Sheffield with Glyn Rhodes Mbe. Glyn, how are we doing?
I'm doing very well, Ingram. How are you?
I'm very well. Glad to be back with people in Sheffield. How are things?
Things is very good. It's the weather's not too good, but other than the weather, everything's fine at SBC.
Fantastic. So, for those people who don't know who Glyn Rhodes is, just very quickly, tell us who Glyn Rhodes is.
I'm an ex-boxer, trainer, manager, and the dog's body at SBC. SBC stands for Sheffield Boxing Centre.
Okay, and who are the fighters you have at Sheffield Boxing Centre or Boxing Unit?
Oh, we have some great fighters at the moment. We have up-and-coming flyweight, Super Tommy Frank. He's unbeaten in 4. We've got a great light heavyweight called Scott Westcott. We've got some great amateurs coming through. But we have got quite a lot. I'm not going to name them because that wouldn't be fair to the ones that I'll forget. And we've also got the current Commonwealth middleweight champion, Mr. Sheedy.
Okay, we'll talk about him in a moment. For those people who want to know a little bit more about Sheffield Boxing Centre or Sheffield Boxing Unit, check out the interview I did. We get a tour of Sheffield Boxing Unit. You can type it up on Google anytime. It's on YouTube. And basically, we get to look at the whole gym, the history of the gym, the sort of fighters that have been. Give people an idea of the sort of legends that have been inside that gym.
Oh, God, we've had some of the legends that have actually walked through the door.
Yes.
Starting with my favourite one, Jake LaMotta. We've had Jake LaMotta in the gym. We've had Roberto Duran came into the gym. We've had Sugar Ray Leonard. We've had Vinnie Jones. Oh God, we've had so many. If anybody wants to look on the website, all the pictures are up there. We've had some great people. It's actually the building where we are in is the building where they filmed the Full Monty, plus many other movies. So we've had quite a film history, if you want to call it. There have been various other small movies made in our gym. It's the old school, what used to be a school called Burton Street School, and we've been there since 1994, and we've had some great times.
You know, again, I go back to the video. Check out the video. It's when BWTM went to the gym, and we got a fantastic tour of the history of the gym with Glyn Rhodes, and we got to meet Sam Sheedy, Tommy Frank, and some other fighters at the gym as well. It was a fantastic, and Matt Mowat as well. Give shout out to Matt Mowat as well. So it was great to meet the gym, be at the gym, meet the people, and I've got to say, Glyn, you really gave me a fantastic welcome. I felt as if I was a part of the team the minute I walked through the door, and I'll never forget that. And I am so thankful for that hospitality because it doesn't happen in all boxing gyms.
Great stuff. One of the guys, Ingram, that I actually forgot to mention that came to our gym, and everybody will know him, Prince Charles.
Yes.
I forgot to mention that Prince Charles actually came to the gym as well.
Yeah, you can't forget that, can you?
No, you can't forget that.
What about there was talked about some of the guys that you've trained over the years.
Yeah, I've trained quite a lot of fighters. I've been around for a long time. I feel that I've been very, very fortunate to have worked with guys at top level. You know, the guy who got me started, and I owe him so much, as well as being my good friend from when we were kids down at Brendan Ingall's gym. And he dropped me straight in at top level when I got my trainer's license. Is a guy called Harold Bomber Graham.
Wow.
I went from opening a gym for a year and then training Errol Graham, who went on to box. Well, everybody knows where Errol boxes. His last fight was against Charles Brewer in Atlantic City. That was unbelievable. So for an up-and-coming trainer to suddenly be in Atlantic City at a world title fight on that, you know, that level, it was quite a shock for me as a new trainer coming into the game. Since then, I've been looking to do it again. One of the guys that I always use as an example to all the kids in the gym or anybody who ever asks me who I've worked with is Clinton Woods. Again, I'm a big friend with Clinton, and I'm also a big fan of Clinton. The reason I'm such a big fan of Clinton's, and this is what I always tell the kids in the gym, what Clinton lacked in one department, he made up for in the fight that he trained really, really hard. He had a great chin. He got, a tremendous character and bottle. And so I always use Clinton as an example of what boxers should be like. He was first in the gym, trained hard, old school. He weren't a flash. He weren't no Sugar Ray Leonard, but what he liked in one department, he made up for it in another department. So I've been very fortunate to have worked with Clinton Woods as well. So Richie Wenton, I trained Richie Wenton to box for the world title against none other than
Barrera.
Antonio Barrera. That again, Atlantic City on a big bill. So as a trainer, doing things, being involved in fights such as that all them years ago, it's been great. And since then, I've been involved in many more fights up and down the country, and I've been very, very fortunate to be an ex-boxer who stayed in the game and being fortunate enough to stay in the game at a good level as well as having a good crop of kids coming through my own gym, Sheffield Boxing Centre. So I feel very fortunate.
Okay, we're going to get straight into things because we are limited on time. But the big thing is you train Sam Sheedy.
I certainly do.
And he's got a little fight coming up, as they say, against Liam Cameron.
I wouldn't call it a little fight.
I wouldn't either.
It's probably one of the better fights that we've had around this neck of the woods for a long time.
Absolutely.
It's one of them fights where you've got two local kids, both nice kids. I see what they're writing to each other on Twitter and Facebook, but I'm sure after it's all over and done, we'll be best friends again. But a local fight, two local kids, both good ticket sellers, both honest, good kids. And they're going to be topping the bill at Ponce Forge in a couple of weeks, so I'm really looking forward to it. Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to myself. Now, in the build-up, your fighter, Sam Sheedy, says that Liam Cameron, he's going to struggle at the weight. Liam Cameron, he's going to lose his head. Liam Cameron is not disciplined. Liam Cameron is going to get, it doesn't matter what he does, he's getting it. That's what your fighter, Sam Sheedy, says. On the flip side, go ahead. Glyn? On the flip side, you've got Liam Cameron, who says he's making the weight fine. He's bang on. He's got no problems with the weight. He's got a nutritionalist. He says his mind is set for the job. He says that he's bigger and stronger than Sheedy, and he doesn't see how Sheedy's going to handle him. And he says if he got knocked down by the African, God knows what's going to happen when he fights him. And he also said this point that he says all is not well in Sheedy's camp because Glyn Rhodes and him have had a big bust up, and he's not training with Glyn Rhodes. He's training with somebody else. So over to you, Glyn.
Well, that's new to me because I was with him this morning in the gym. As for me and Sam having a bust up, since I've known Sam since he was 11 years old, and I would say probably once a week I've had a bust up with him anyway. So there's nothing new there. He's a lovely kid, but every now and again we have a fallout. But it's like being married. It's like a man and a wife. We have fallouts, but we still love each other. As for I'm not training him, I don't know where that's come from because, like I said, he was in the gym yesterday. I trained him yesterday. He came in to see us today, so I don't know where that's come from. So no, what fighters say is all the right things. They have to say the right things. Liam has to say his weight's right and his head's right and everything's right, because you're not going to say anything else. And Sam's going to say exactly the same. His weight's right, everything's going well, blah 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 blah. Both fighters are going to say the things that they're expected to say. The difference is with Sam Sheedy, and I'm saying this, I'm happy with his preparation so far. I'm more than happy. His weight's all right. We're going away for a couple of days soon, training, hopefully, if that can be arranged. So no, from our point of view, everything's going great. Sam Sheedy's his weight's fine. He's never had a problem with the weight. As for the fact of getting knocked down by the African, Yeah, he did. And, you know, one thing I like to see in fighters, I like to see fighters actually get sat on the backside and get back up and win. Because all fighters, we can all look good when we're on top. But the sign of a good fighter is a guy that gets sat on his backside, climbs off the floor and comes back to win. And that's exactly what Sam Sheedy did against the African at Bramall Lane. No disrespect to the guy's record, but once I saw the kid fight, he was far better than his record suggests. And this is often the case with a lot of these Africans who come over here. Sometimes they arrive on our shows and they're not up to much. And then another time they come over here, you've never heard of them, and they turn up and they're like a Zuma Nelson.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've got to take your hat off to that kid that sandboxed. He was a tough kid. And I must admit as well, we thought we were in for an easy night, because when he came, he weighed a lot less than he was supposed to weigh. And then the next day he weighed, you know, he'd messed up on his weight, I think, to tell you the truth. But take your hat off to the kid. The kid came over here to win. He weren't one of these overseas opponents that comes over here to lay down. And he would give a lot of fighters a run for the money. So, like I said, take me hat off to the kid. He came over here to win.
Liam Cameron says he wasn't impressed with that performance whatsoever. He says, well, I'm a different kettle of fish altogether. If you're struggling with him, what are you going to do with me?
Yeah, but what you've got to remember, styles make fights. Liam's a boxer. That kid came and for 12 rounds. He never stopped walking forward. He never stopped throwing punches, and he took some right shots. Liam Cameron's not that kind of fighter. Liam's a more smart kind of boxer. You know, he stands off. He tries to use his jab, and that's going to be great for us, because, you know, Sam's also a smart boxer. It's going to be like a chess game. But the one thing that, you know, is going to be in our favour is with Sam Sheedy, he don't know what he's going to do himself. You know, I'll tell him what to do. He's so unorthodox. Sometimes, you know, I don't even know what he's going to do. We have a plan, and like, you know, the old famous saying, everybody has a plan till they get hit. But Sam's very unorthodox, and you can't train to fight somebody like Sam Sheedy. He's a southpaw. He's elusive. He can bang quite hard. He's got a good chin on him, as we saw. He got put on his backside by the African, and he climbed off the floor. So it's going to be a completely different fight. Liam Cameron and Sam Sheedy is going to be a completely different fight to Sam Sheedy's last fight.
Cameron also points out, and he's quite quick to point out, to the amateur background. He said that Sheedy did nilch as an amateur, whereas he did well in the ABAs. Has he got a point?
Hello.
Hi, Glyn. What do you think about that?
Pardon?
Liam pointed out that Sheedy's amateur record isn't much to look at, whereas his amateur record was a lot better, and he's fought better opponents.
Ingram, I agree with that. You know, I watched Liam Cameron win the ABAs. Sam Sheedy's amateur record, I think he boxed one of the Smith brothers. It might be, I'm not sure which one he boxed. I think it might have been Beefy Smith. So Sam's amateur record is not a great record. You know, he had quite a lot of fights. But on the other side of the coin, just because you've been a good amateur doesn't mean that you're going to be a good pro. For instance, Liam Cameron won the ABAs, and big things were expected of him. And no disrespect to Liam, I don't think he's fulfilled his potential from being ABA champion. You know, he lost a guy in Sheffield called Rod Smith. So, you know, to go from being the ABA champion and then to lose somebody like to Rod Smith, you know, obviously, I think Liam will tell you himself he's not fulfilled his potential. And Liam is a good boxer, but, you know, most guys who win the ABAs go on to do something a bit better than Liam's done so far. So the things that you've got to be worried about with Liam is, I heard him in a comment saying if he lost this fight, he'd retire.
Yes, he did say that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. He did say that. Liam did say that. But he said that's putting pressure on himself to win.
It is. But England, what I always think, if fighters start talking about losing, and then I'm going to retire, he's already put his mindset at the fact that, you know, if I lose this fight, I might as well retire. Why would you say that? All you're doing is you tell yourself, you know, if I lose the fight, so in his mind, he's already making plans as to what to do if you retire. Well, if I retire, I'm going to lose. Yeah, that don't come into the equation with us. We don't even talk about losing. You you know, what's the point in talking about losing? You've got the rest of your life to think about that once if you lose. But to start talking about losing before the fight and saying, you know, publicly, well, if I lose this fight, I'm going to retire, that makes me think, you know, is he still in it? Or is he thinking to leave the game? If he does lose, he's going to pack in. I don't know. But I don't think, you know, I won't talk about losing because as far as we're concerned, we're not going to lose.
Okay. He also said, Liam turned around and said, well, how can you say I look frail? I was in a tracksuit. How can you tell I was frail?
Who said that? Sam?
Yeah, Sam said that Liam looked frail at the weight.
Anybody who listens to Sam Sheedy and what Sam Sheedy says, you need to go and see a psychiatrist because Sam Sheedy comes out with some stuff some days, and even I think I need to see a psychiatrist. So I won't take it to heart too much what Sam says. And again, if he said he looked frail, you know, fighters do look frail sometimes in the face. You know, just because the guy's got a tracksuit on. So what happens with fighters when they're struggling to make the weight? The face gets drawn. You can tell by looking at a guy's face that he's struggling to make weight. You know, his lips can be dry and his cheeks can be sunken. So maybe that's what Sam meant. But like I said, don't take too much on board about what Sam says.
Cameron countered that and said that he's now got a nutritionalist and he knows he's messed up in the past, and that's why he's so damn determined to win the belt now. It's his best opportunity. He said, I've had to travel all the way to Australia to try and win a belt. Sheedy's never had to do that.
Exactly. But why has he had to travel to Australia? You know, I think on his last few fights, he's had the opportunities to shine. Hey, and I'm not having a go at Liam because I like Liam. He's a good, solid pro. He's a good kid. I like Liam. I'm not having a go at him. But on his last few fights, he's just missed the boat at the last, if you know what I mean. He's had the opportunities and he's not been able to capitalise on the opportunities. And, you know, like I say, is he planning, is he in his head, is he coming towards the end of his career? You know, to anybody that goes to Australia, you've got to take your hat off to him. Just going to Australia, you're not going to get an easy result over there. But Liam's had a few fights recently, his last few fights, and he's not actually, shall we say, he's not shone very well. So it gets me thinking, you know, is his heart still really in the game? He's been around for a long time. I think he turned pro in 2009. So he's had quite a long career. And is he coming towards the end? Who knows? I don't know. But you know, I like Liam, so I'm not going to start saying nothing bad about him. He's a good kid.
A wounded man is a dangerous man. Do you agree, Glyn?
You know, I've heard that saying before. Yeah, sometimes it can be that. You know, but you know, it depends how wounded you are, doesn't it? It actually depends how hurt you are. But, you know, some guys, you know, you've heard the old saying, the best form of defense is attack.
Yes.
Some guys, when they get hurt, they go on the attack.
Of course.
Other guys, when they get hurt, you know, they cover up. I recently watched, you know, just for my own thing, I watched Liam's fight against the guy in Australia, and he took a few shots, and he put his hands up, and he kind of like, for me, he mentally prepared himself, you know, that this is it. And then other fighters, you see them get hurt, and they come out like a roaring tiger. So I don't know. Again, it boils down to the individual, and I don't think Liam's got the character to come out blasting once he gets hurt. He's at the end of his career. I'm not saying he's old by any range, but he has a long, good career. So if he's talking about losing, if he loses to Sheedy, I think he's already setting himself up for the fight that he's going to lose.
Do you think the fight's come at the right time for both guys? Glyn? Hello? Glyn? Glyn, you there? Hello, Glyn?
Ingrams.
Yes.
Well, I lost you.
There you go. Do you think this fight has come at the right time, Glyn, for both fighters?
I do because, for instance, let's just say Liam Cameron wins, which I very much doubt. He can go on to, you know, he can go on to bigger things. Sam Sheedy wins, and so can he. So I think it's a good fight for both kids, and both kids have, you know, got to realise this is, if Sam Sheedy, let's just say Sam Sheedy lost, where does Sam go from here? If Liam Cameron loses, where does he go from here? It's a hard fight to come back from for the loser, and I'm not envisioning. I'm not looking at my guy losing. So we'll worry about that when it happens. But my guy's not going to lose on the night.
One of the things that I've pulled Sheedy up about is the fact that he doesn't actually listen to your instructions and does his own thing. That could be his downfall against Cameron. What are your thoughts on that?
Sorry, I lost you then, Ingham. Could you repeat that question, please?
What are your thoughts on the fact that Sheedy tends not to listen to you in the corner and do his own thing? And will that be detrimental against Liam Cameron?
Ingram.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes.
Glyn?
Ingram?
Yep. Can you hear me, Glyn?
Yeah, but I keep losing you. It's that cheap system you've got. Fire that question at me again, please.
Okay, I'll ask you again. Sheedy has a tendency not to listen to you in the corner.
Yeah.
Will Cameron be able to capitalize on that if he's not listening to you?
No, I don't think he will. I don't think Liam's got the character or the brain to capitalise on the fact that Sam's not listening to me in the corner. When he says he doesn't listen to me in the corner, we tend to have an argument in the corner. But that's nothing new for us. We argue in the gym. We fall out in the gym. We argue, but I don't think Liam's going to be able to capitalise on that at all, no.
When you say Liam's not got the brain, what do you mean by that?
I've been disrespectful to him. I don't think he's got, he's a good fighter, but he's not got it in his arsenal to capitalise on the fact when Sheedy's having a down moment. I don't think, Liam's smart enough to, I don't mean smart as in a smart guy out of the ring, I mean smart as a boxer to
Right.
see it. Sam disguises his, like he did in his last fight, he disguised the fact that the kid had hurt him, disguised it very well. And luckily for Sam, his opponent didn't see it either. So I don't think that's going to be a factor in the fight, Ingram, at all.
What did you learn from that fight, coming into the Cameron fight, and how do you think it's going to benefit you?
I'll tell you what I learned in that fight. I learned that Sam Sheedy's got the biggest pair of balls that a fighter can have, because he got hit with a shot. I don't know if you noticed, he got done with a body shot as well. And he got done when he got sat on his backside. And as I said to you earlier in this conversation, when a guy gets dropped on his bum and he gets back up and he still wins, that to me is a sign of a champion. We can all look good when the fight's going your way, when you're winning. But a sign of a good champion to me is some guy who has come back from the jaws of defeat, so to speak, and he comes back and wins, and that's what Sam did. I nearly had an heart attack in the corner when he got dropped, but take my hat off to him. He dragged himself off the floor and he came back and he went on to victory.
Now, in my post-fight interview of both Glenn McCrory and Dennis Hobson, Dennis said that he felt that one of Sheedy's problems is that he feels he's too comfortable at the gym and he needs to get different types of sparring. What are your suggestions that Dennis's suggestions were that Sheedy's a bit too comfortable?
No, well, again, different people have different methods. If you've been to our gym and you've seen all the type of sparring we've got in the gym, we've got guys from light heavyweights to Tommy Frank, we've got all different kinds of sparring in our gym. Plus, like for instance, today we had some guys come down from Brendan Warburn's gym. We've got all different kinds of fighters in our gym. So we're not one of these gyms where we have to travel to other people's gyms to get sparring. I understand what certain people mean when they say, well, he's comfortable and he likes that. But again, if that's what Sam's liking, that's good, because I'll give you another, for instance, Clinton Woods never liked travelling abroad. Clinton never liked going into training camps and going away from home. He could train hard enough in Sheffield against whoever he was boxing. So I'm not one of these believers or one of these trainers that thinks your guy has to go away to training camp. Yeah, it's great if you can go away to training camp, But when you've got the facilities that we've got, sparring-wise, and again, going back to Clinton, you know, he was a home bird and it didn't do him very much harm. So, again, you know, it's, you know, different people's opinions. My opinion is Sam needs to be comfortable. I've known him since he was 11-year-old, so I know what's going through his head. He's a home bird as well. He likes to be at home. And I know it's not all about being at home. You have to take yourself away sometime. But Sam's not one of these fighters who has to go away to get himself prepared. He's running in the morning. He's in the gym in the afternoons. You know, I see him on a regular basis. I didn't plan on seeing him today, but I saw him today. So I know what he's up to and I know what he's doing. So I'm quite happy with the preparation and how things have gone so far.
I actually talked to Sam about potentially, should he get past Liam Cameron, fights against Spike O'Sullivan and even a super fight in Sheffield against Kell Brook. What are your thoughts on those two fights?
Well, as you know, Ingram, anything can happen in this game. You know, 1 minute, that's the thing I love about the game. You know, you never know who's going to walk through the door to the gym. And you never know when you pick your telephone up who's on the other end of the telephone and what might happen and what could happen. So, you know, why not? Why not make, you know, why couldn't you make such fights as that? You know, it's not beyond, you know, he's Commonwealth champion. So why not? You know, he's up there. He's done his rounds. He's done 10 rounds. He's done 12 rounds. He's the Commonwealth champion. So yeah, why not? I'm up for that.
That sounds fine. Fair enough. Let's see very quickly if there's any other questions we could ask. Who's the hardest puncher you've fought against or worked with?
Do you know what? Everybody asks you this question, and you know, as a former boxer, who's the hardest puncher? I had a lot of fights, as you can probably tell with my face, but and I boxed lots of guys. But one of the guys who I boxed, and he dropped me in the first round, and I lost to him over 6 rounds. There was a guy called Andy Olligan.
Oh yes, I know him. The Liverpudlian.
Yeah, I boxed. Yeah, good kid. He was a great kid.
He fought
Andy Olligan in Belfast.
Yes.
And he actually dropped me in the first round. And I didn't know he dropped me in the first round until I went back to the hotel and I got a video. There were videos in them days. Well, it's a VHS video.
Yeah.
And we watched the video, and I never even knew that I'd been dropped until I watched the video. And so I've got to say, Andy Olligan is the hardest puncher that's ever hit me on the chin, and I've been hit on the chin many times. As for guys who took on the pads, there's 2 guys who I've took on the pads in my career as a trainer, and I'm not just saying this because I think everybody knows. And he wasn't a one-punch hitter, but Errol Graham could bang on the pads. And I know I'm not one of these people because he can hit hard on the pads. You know, he's a puncher. But the other 2 people I took on the pads who could really hard is Clifton Mitchell.
Yes.
Obviously, he's an heavyweight. And the other guy I took on the pads who nearly smashed my elbows to bits is Nassim Hamid. You know, I took Naz on the pads before he'd left Brendan. He was training at Sheffield Wednesday football ground, and before I think he was Manny Stewart at first. Before they came over, you know, they were paying me just to take him on the pads, and that's all. I wouldn't say I was his trainer at all. I just was taking him on the pads, and I was really shocked how hard the guy could punch. You know, for a guy what was probably 9.5 stone at the time, he rattled my shoulders and rattled my elbows. So. Without a doubt, I'd say Nassim Hamid. And you've only got percentage to know that this he can punch hard.
Wow, that's
no doubt about that.
Incredible story. Incredible story. That's so many questions to ask, but we haven't got the time tonight to ask you. We'll have to ask you another time closer to the fight. Glyn, do you have any final words to give to boxing fans as to why they should come and see Sheedy versus Cameron?
Yeah, because it's potentially. On paper, it's going to be a great fight. It's 2 local kids, so you know, it's 2 Sheffield kids boxing each other. So you know, get out there and support your local kids. You know, and you know, may the best man win on the night, and I hope both kids go home safe and sound at the end of the night.
One other thing I'm going to ask about: Tommy Chadburn versus Tommy Frank. Is that ever going to happen?
Yeah. You know what? I see both of them. You know, the thing about it. When I was boxing, there's no such thing as Twitter and Facebook and social media, but I see Tommy Chadburn and Tommy Frank both giving it each other on social media, which is good. The only thing I can't understand is Tommy Frank's only a flyweight, and Tommy Chadburn apparently called him out. I don't know, you know. So there's been talk about the fight. So is Tommy Frank expected to move up, or is Tommy Chadburn going to move down? But again, if it happens, what a great fight for local boxing fans. It'll be a great fight. You know, I used to train Tommy Chadburn. Nice kid, lovely kid. And if it could happen, it would be great. But obviously, it would mean Tommy Chadburn moving up. And at this stage in Tommy's career, you know, I'm not happy for him to move up because he's happy at the weight. He's a mature kid. So I don't know why Tommy Chadburn called him out, or he called him out, or handbags at 10 paces, or whatever. But yeah, if it could happen, what a great local derby it'd be. And I look forward to it.
So there's no ducking from your camp then?
No, none at all. But like I say, both kids are in different weights. If Tommy Chadburn's willing to come down, or if Tommy Frank would move up, the fight could be made, and it'd be a good fight for, you know, Tommy Chadburn's from Doncaster, Tommy Frank's from Sheffield. And they've both been giving it each other on social media, so a little bit of needle there. So yeah, it's a great fight if we decide what weight the fight's going to be made at.
Well,
at the moment, both guys are in different weights. So whether we move up or they move down, I don't know.
Chadburn says he doesn't know what all the fuss is about. It's only £3.
Yeah, but you know, my guy, again, only £3. If you you know, how many times you know, you can't just say it's only £3. £3, you know, that's like saying to Sam Sheedy he's going to weigh 11.6 on night, but probably he might be £3 over. It's to kill him to make the weight. So my guy's not got £3 on him. He's natural at the weight he's at. You know, he's not carrying any weight. So for him to move up £3, it would be quite a big jump. So anybody in boxing will tell you £3 is a lot of weight. You come overweight at £3 and see how long it takes to get it off. £3 can kill fighters. Yeah, if you say it like that, it's only £3. Would I want my guy losing £3 or moving up £3 at this stage of his career? No, because he's bang on his weight, and I'm happy at the weight he's at. Will he grow into the weight? Above, I don't know. Let's wait and see. So, but if the fight happens, another good fight for local fans.
Glyn Rhodes, thank you for being so honest and so open, and we look forward to having you on the show again soon.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Ingram, and I'll speak to you soon,
You
pal.
take care, Glyn. See you soon.
Ta-da, pal.
Ta-da. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So there you have it. Glyn Rhodes there speaking live on BWTM about the Sheffield, the boxing centre, talking about the fighters at the gym, talking about Sheedy versus Cameron, why he thinks Sheedy's going to win the fight. And of course, at the end, Tommy Chadburn versus Tommy Frank, the possibilities of that fight happening. Thank you all for watching BWTM Sports. I'm going over to the States now to join Bo on Truth and Facts Boxing to talk about the Usyk fight. This is BWTM's Ingram Jones signing out. Hope you've enjoyed the evening. And don't forget, tomorrow we have a special all the way from Las Vegas. We're going to be talking to James Ali Bashir and Bermain Stavern on the same call to talk about Usyk, the fact that Bermain Stavern has just signed the contract to face Dominic Brazil, and there might be a few other surprises as well. So stay tuned. This is Baylor Worldwide Television and Media Sports Channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.